note. Okay, to all the flamers here, I understand why you don't like Chapter 1. It's the introductory chapter, so there wasn't much good stuff. But here's where the action picks up.
It's My Life. Chapter 2. GLaDOS suicided? Gleodes was dead, and I was Chell's sister. I o-mouthed at the shock from all the revelation. If only GLaDOS hadn't suicided, maybe she could give me the down low. But I did know two things. One,
I had to find Chell and tell her the big news.
And two,
what happened to Wheatley? I had to find out.
Just then, Athals and P-Boy came in the room, looking even madder than before. "You're gonna pay now, you dumb bitch!" shouted P-Boy, while Alkas lolled and wrote mean things on my Facebook.
Like a certain other someone.
I held one hand tight to my pulsar gun and got ready to fight them when a strange feeling came over me. It was all matrixy and slow-mo, but also like electric. I could see all the sparks and wires and things in the robots.
Power off!
I yelled for some reason. I didn't know why, and the two robots went dead. Electric lightning came through my skin and eyes and mouth and everywhere, but I was not shocked. Some of the bolts hit GLaDOS, and she became alive again. You stopped my suicide, Marissa Roberts. That was not nice. GLaDOS angered loud and started cutting herself to make a new dead. I just looked at me hands, where little lightning bolts were still happening, and thought,
what is going on?
GLaDOS saw the sparks and o-mouthed. Your powers, they are manifesting. You must find Chell. I was so confused and angry for GLaDOS not telling me I had special powers. I could have used them to solve tests. But I did wanted to meet Chell and let her know we were sisters, and I have the cool robot powers. I'll explain everything later. First, you must get to Chell. She is in space looking for Wheatley. I o-mouthed. Chell knew how on space flight and was saving Wheatley? I was so happy now, but didn't know how to go space.
But how can I space?
GLaDOS lolled and said, you'll have more powers than you'll ever know, but one is spacefly and breathing. This was so shocking. I thought hard about flying, and suddenly rocks came out of my feet, and I started to fly up at the portal labs and into space. When I got to the moon, I looked through Chell and Wheatley. I started, haha, because it's in space where there are stars, looking behind asteroids and space junk. But they wasn't there. Then I remembered, in space, no one can hear you scream, so I couldn't hear them unless maybe I have another special power. I thought hard to try and listen. When I heard something, it was Wheatley! You bloody sod, stop out, God, save the Queen! Chell was there, and she was beating him up, and Wheatley was all broken looking. My heart fell, but the sight of my true love gave me more power, and I flew towards him.
Chell, stop hurting Wheatley!
I begged to her. Chell looked right at me with a lot of hatred and some sad and said, Wheatley went evil and tried to kill me, and I bet he tried to kill you too because we're sisters. I'm sorry I never told you, Marissa. I o-mouthed again at the revelation. Chell knew we were sisters the whole time, but GLaDOS said she didn't tell her. That was when I realized it was trapped. Help me, Marissa. This bloody bugger is trying to wank me. Wheatley pleaded as Chell kept beating him up.
You're not Chell, you're GLaDOS!
I screamed, and Chell got an oh shit look on her feces. I punched Fat Chell in her face, and the skin ripped off to show that she was a robot like the Terminator, but instead of Terminator it was GLaDOS.
Why did you trick me?
I wanted revenge for you stopping me from suiciding. GLaDOS robot screamed. Before I could get my revenge of GLaDOS, Wheatley yelled out real loud, Bloody hell, it's a sudden asteroid headed straight towards us. I looked and saw the asteroid. It was about to hit us when... To be continued! How did I survive that? Where all's the powers coming from? Find out in Chapter 3 with even more intense action.